Vanakkam and blessings to all. This is Dr. Bairavee Balasubramaniam, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the astrology of the full moon in Sagittarius on Friday the 13th, June 2014. Now, a lot of us are looking forward to this lunation for various reasons. In this video, I'm just going to focus upon the astrological significance of this particular full moon. Now, in other videos, I may talk about the symbolism in spiritual, religious, ritual, and other terms. But here, I'm just going to talk about aspects. So people are free to pick and choose what they'd like to hear. Now, this full moon is actually not about the full moon. Now, that may seem like a strange thing to say, but I will explain to you why. If I had to describe the energy of the aspects in the sky, I would call it a cosmic pinball game. If you've ever played pinball, you know how it goes. You launch a ball, it bounces off something, it goes somewhere else, it bounces somewhere else, and you just don't know where it's going to go next. Even if it hits a familiar point, it can easily change direction and go somewhere new. That is the kind of energy that we're facing. Now, the key aspects that actually help these energies work in that pinball kind of fashion are called yods. Yods are basically very long, tapering, finger-shaped configurations in an astrological chart. They are triangular shaped, but really, really, really long. And they are called fingers of God, or I would say fingers of goddess equally. Basically, when you find a yod in a chart, it is an opportunity for you to elevate your spiritual understanding, as with all aspects. But this one is particularly potent. Now, a yod will give you a point of crisis. It will manifest the point of perceived crisis where you will then have to make a decision. The decision that you make will help you resolve that point of crisis and then to go further in your own journey. Now, for a person with a natal yod, that person may experience frequent moments of being suddenly brought to a key decision point, and then launching their spiritual journey at an accelerated pace. Or if they do not heed that calling in that particular way, they may actually materially manifest it as a sequences of highs and lows throughout their material achievements. They may also experience or manifest it as a fated or karmic cycle of what we may consider as failure or defeat or pain over and over and over again. Yods can be powerful things. And they are so powerful that when they appear in the sky, as they do with this particular full moon, we need to pay full attention to them. At the spiritual level, the yod can open us to gateways of consciousness. They can accelerate our spiritual understanding and awareness and the journey that we take by leaps and bounds. I have several yods in my chart, and I've lived with these energies all my life. So I can empathize with the degree of chaos and confusion some of you may be feeling at this time. Now, for those of you who kind of feel calm and cool and balanced and everything is great, that's fantastic. And that means that you have instinctively already been working with your energies for whatever set of reasons, and that's phenomenal. Enjoy this full moon if you can. And you will. There are many reasons to. But for those of you who actually feel that the energies are building towards a crisis point, a point where something has to go, something has to give way, you might actually want to learn more about yods and how they work. Without going into too much detail, a yod is made up of a sextile and two inconjuncts. The sextile helps you find an opportunity to bridge the energies of two planets, even building bridges over troubled waters. And the two inconjuncts force a point of crisis to find a particular resolution in some area of your soul's development that you need. Now, why am I talking about yods? Because we have 3 yods during this particular lunation. I mean, having a yod that involves one major planet is a rare thing in itself during a full moon. It's not common. But having 3 yods that actually touch each other in this configuration or this shape is actually pretty rare. I call it angel wings for obvious reasons. But you can see in this shape how each triangle actually interconnects with and touches one another. Now, a yod can be activated by several ways. One, it's formed by transits, or a transiting planet activates the yod at 3 of its key points, or it goes to the midpoint of the sextile. So if you look at this triangle, it's got this dagger-like tip here, and if you follow it straight upwards, you go to the short sextile bit. Now, if you find the midpoint of the sextile, and if any planet were to be here, that planet will just, like a dart, send energy down to the point of perceived crisis once more. And that's also going to happen during this particular full moon. Let me tell you who is involved in these yods, and you will understand why. The first yod involves Venus, Chiron, and Ceres Vesta. Ceres being the goddess asteroid of nurture, Vesta being the goddess asteroid of the heart or hearth, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, devotion, focus, and regeneration. They are being activated by an opposition between Uranus and Ceres Vesta. The second yod involves Ceres Vesta, the moon in Sagittarius and Venus, and that is activated by a powerful Venus-Saturn opposition. Sorry, the second yod that was. The third yod involves Jupiter, Venus, and the moon, and that yod is activated by a powerful Sun-Moon opposition. And that Sun-Moon opposition is usually what we talk about when we talk about the energies of the full moon. But honestly speaking, that energy is not going to be the strongest in the sky. That energy is going to be part of a network of these three yods interlocking and intersecting with one another. At the human level of perception, you are likely to find key parts of your life in which you need to make powerful decisions. Now, it's also a game of balance. It's like trying to juggle three things in the air at the same time. If you're trying to make a decision here and you put all of your energies and all of your focus here, the rest of the energies of the yod and its interlocking configuration will be sent out of balance. I've seen this happening in people around me as well. So the key points of balance that I found that I feel is going to be most challenging for people will be the Venus-Saturn opposition, and also the positioning, the use of the energies of Ceres and Vesta and Libra, as they are often overlooked. When you have Venus-Saturn opposition, very briefly, that refers to issues where you may feel that societal constructs or societal limitations are impounding upon your sense of wanting to enjoy your life, wanting to choose who you want to love, what business you want to do, how you want to engage or indulge in your sensuality and or femininity, irrespective if you're a man or a woman. So that kind of conflict, particularly in love and career and other key aspects of material enjoyment, are likely to occur at this time. Also, the positioning of Ceres and Vesta is actually a great blessing during this particular configuration. Ceres and Vesta are in Libra, and I suspect that in the energetic whirlwind that many of us will be perceiving and experiencing at this time, we may actually forget to work with these goddess asteroids. This alone can send the rest of the configuration out of balance. Ceres, once again, is the goddess asteroid of nurture, nurturing the self, nurturing others, being open to receiving love. Vesta is the point in the chart that gives you and affords you the greatest regeneration of your vital energies. And that too is in the sign of Libra, reflecting harmony, balance, justice, equity, peace, and fairness. So even if it's 10 minutes out of a hectic day, a day that feels like you have 1,001 things to do and no energy to do it, take that time to find that point of balance and reconnect with those energies of nurture, with those energies of devotion, and allow yourself to focus upon what truly brings you harmony and balance in your life at this time. It can be a person, an ideal, a thing. It can be a god or goddess, whatever you need to help you find that position of calm. Even 10 minutes a day of focusing on this energy will help you greatly during this time. Thank you very much for your attention, and I will most likely do another post on the ritual, spiritual, religious, and numerological significance of this very powerful lunation. Thank you very much, and goodbye.